my way. Super well, get your weight up, put your plate up. You a foreign, we at war, and I got all the hallelujah. Talladega, baby Jesus, in the flesh, come and get it.
Oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in.
Black, my eyes bloodshot red. I'm ready right now. Don't run your mouth too quick. Let's get it. Stop talking. One way, my way, my way, my way, my way, my way.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and this one is underway here on EA Sports. And he's going to be stopped cold, and good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Ohio State. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Check, smash. Here we go. Here we go. 60 red. Ready?
They'll keep it on the ground. Sheldon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. You talk about this Falcon defense. They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
And how about that last play? Did you see how quickly they got to the ball? Caused a loss of yardage? Yeah, that play shows exactly why their ranking is justified.
And now they're just hoping to see more of that. That is caught. And he is going to have a Saints first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. Well, these two teams, they met in New Orleans earlier in the year with the Saints coming out on top. So a win here in Atlanta would give them the season sweep.
Let's go.
Here's Rattler. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
And from the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2.
Blue, third, ready.
Now a handoff up the middle. Sheldon. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. They'll throw. Here's Rattler. And incomplete on the deep ball.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Here comes the Saints punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
looking to put a drive together. They start the drive with Lynch. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. Well, this defense for the Saints, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go now.
They'll keep pounding here with Lynch. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
First down, the run with Lynch. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 more yards there and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
They go up the middle with Lynch. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. The Falcons at 9-4 now on the year. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape prepared for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Now Pennett's going to hold on to it. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
They'll go play action here with Penix. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Pete Werner. And the Saints are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Now Rattler. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Oh, a heck of a move. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
And the Saints first down.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Check White. Here we go, set.
Running left, it's Warren. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
on any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Second down and 6 now from the 26.
Down. Blue, 32, ready.
Up the middle they go. Sheldon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Okay.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
50, green.
Throwing is Rattler. And that is incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
35-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Their second drive here, the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Penix. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
They'll throw with Penix. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
One of the best in the NFL in no small part because of his running ability. But on that play, didn't matter to the defense at all. Nice stop for them, a feather in their cap for getting the sack and brought down one of the toughest guys to catch in the NFL.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Brings up 3rd and 13.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. To the air, Penix. Going to throw right side here, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 35. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. And the throw here, that's complete. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. From the 33, here's a 2nd and 7. And they'll give to Lynch out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
3rd and 8.
Now Penix. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick. And the Saints are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
10 cycles. Here we go. Here we go. Field. Black 45. White. Drill green. 6. Mega. Striker. Check striker. Hut.
To the air is Rattler. And he's got his big tight end here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
Back ready. Yellow, 43. Strikers, 3-3. Check, Hunt.
Rattler wants to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Blue, 32.
Rattler working out of the gun. There's Chris Olave. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
A gain of 15. First down,
50, green.
New Orleans.
They'll look to throw again. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
Down. Red, 30 seconds.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Ready. Yellow, 22. Flight blue. Ready?
Throwing once more. Here's Rattler. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Saints will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw, Penix. This one into the hands of Pitts. Touchdown, Falcons! Kyle Pitts as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, out of the locker rooms, here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
Falcons, first down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Now a give running left with Lynch. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 71 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
They gash him in a big way on that last run, and defense fortunate to tackle him on the 2-yard line, but doesn't necessarily mean that there's something wrong with the defense's plan. And that's the one thing the coordinator has to do to make sure the confidence stays high. Okay, sometimes they're going to get a big play against us, but that doesn't mean we change everything and abandon our game plan. But now they have to stiff it and try and keep him out of the end zone.
They'll run for it with Lynch. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from taking the lead.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will put them on top here in the third. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense. And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Quick throw to Olave. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talking about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Ready. Yes, ready.
Quickly to Addison here. So he stopped for no gain. And 3rd and 8 now.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Rattler going to look to throw again. That's taken in. It's Keon Coleman. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that will bring up second down.
Second and 6 at the Falcons' 43-yard line.
Double 38. Set, ready. Left, ready.
Now a handoff up the middle. Sheldon. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 7 yards there and a first down. Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's second and 13.
52 blue. 43 rail.
Olave motioning to the left. From the gun, here's Rattler. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. Out of the gun now on third down. Oh, no, he lost the football. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room, or they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
Let's go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. 48-yard punt, 7 on the return.
And it will be Falcon football.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 35-yard line.
Let's go now. Hey,
A play fake. Now Penix. Over to Pitts, and he's got it near the sideline. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. A clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Lynch. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory.
84 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 34-yard line.
Now that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking out play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
Second, third levels, you can see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively. And not much running room. Down to the 32. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
And looking to throw, Penix. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
19, Tiger, 19.
They'll run it. Here's Lynch.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's go. Hey, hey, hey.
They'll run again with Lynch.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. That one looks like he'll throw here.
Now Penix going to hold on to it.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll go play action here with Penix. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is.
They'll run with Lynch. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Got it. Ready?
They'll come out in the pistol.
Go! Cowboy!
They try again with Lynch. And this time he is in. A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this fourth-quarter lead.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Saints 13.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Throwing is Rattler. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Here's 2nd down.
3-3.
Now Rattler. Looking left side, and it's complete. And the Falcons grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Well, they need to score, and score quick. 1 timeout remaining. Final minute, 1st and 10. Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop it. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
Ready?
Here's Rattler. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
To the air once more is Rattler. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
With no timeouts left, that's a dangerous proposition. Work in the middle of the field. Fortunately for them, that one fell incomplete.
The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is third down.
Yellow, 22.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Boy, this crowd is on pins and needles now because anytime you see the ball heading for the end zone, you really hold your breath, and they come out of their seats. That one falls incomplete.
10 flat. Ultra.
On fourth down, here's Rattler. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And, Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for Atlanta, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they will hit the road next week to take on Washington. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they'll drop to 9-5 on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.